How's it going, everyone? Session here. Welcome to the first official listen to Lupe Fiasco's most recent album, Samurai. Now, I'm a really big fan of Lupe's music since the beginning of time with Food and Liquor. I didn't know that he made an album with this like 4 months ago, and so it kind of like threw me off guard. I immediately bought it and just had to see if I can like give it a listen, and I really like that it's giving me like a nerd like rap album kind of vibe. So I'm really hoping. So I'll also like big fan of Samurai Champloo as an anime. So I'm almost thinking that because he's also like a bit of a nerd, that he also has music in this album that's similar to that kind of vibe. So let us give it a listen. So yeah, please do check out Lupe's newest album. It looks very intriguing for an art cover, so I'm hoping the music is equally just as good. He's never let me down, so I don't really expect it to be anything shorter than incredible. So here we go. First song is Samurai. Aww. It already sounds like something I would listen to in the anime. It sounds like such vintage Samurai Champloo music. This sounds so good. He doesn't miss, man. I love his music. Oh my
Looking like
gosh.
skies and binoculars, two nights live singing by the opera house, but not in it.
This sounds like Food and
Someone
Liquor.
alongside it, a long silence. A strong, vibrant, meditative song of guidance designed to raise eyelids sublime and save the assignments with warm regards and age kindness for today's climate. In the vein, the gang violence meets the gang's demises in it. Bangs, rises like wings on a plane, plus a pilot who can fly into the eye. Hurricane, Irish stylish, same shoe in different sizes, with evidences of
Oh,
the
I have
knowledge and the
chills
growth.
right now.
Top hats and coats, tuxedos and throats where the bow ties post. Folks look past the lower class blower of the notes and tell unspoke jokes as they approach what she'll never be inside. But she holds, yeah, really need, very beautifully, very little battle raps for you, little battle rap, little battle rap.
Yeah.
Really need, very beautifully, alliterated. What's up? Little battle raps for you.
That's such a good hook,
The
man.
unamplified, fantasized land of the soon-to-be fans of the samurai. Smile wide, got the panorama camera vibe. If you analyze, she's a one-woman gala, glamorized. Just without the glamour or the gala ties. Man, I'm more alive with the jazz guys, eating piano pies at the Vanguard. She's an artist and staff. A couple dollars in the band job as a half a turkey Sam, organic and his hand carved.
Hey,
and ours.
okay.
If you ask for a piece, fresh
Oh, I
staff
love this
singing jazz
song.
in the streets, and the staff asked for police. Crashed at a friend's flat for a week. Felt his home as a raft on the beach. Lit a fag, took a drag, took a tea. Read a book, took a bath, went to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I could listen to this song all day.
Little battle raps for you. Little battle rap for you. Really need.
Oh, this is such a good song. Man, that song is so good. Oh, I love Lupe Fiasco, man. His music is always incredible. My goodness. That's the first song. There's 7 more to go. I don't have a clue what to expect. We'll see. Oh, it's such a good song though, dude. It was so good. I love that song. That's a perfect song to me, honestly. Perfect. Ooh. Okay. This is called mumble rap.
Waking up with a song on the heart. To make it clear, I think that we should take it to the start. Walk past an old man laying in the park. He was talking to himself, but he was saying something sharp. She found herself drawn to the vibe of his remarks. The resonations called her like blood to a shark. But as she got closer, she felt something dark. Knew she made a mistake, but before she could depart, he reached up and grabbed her, sent the post off the chart. Said everything you do will now be in another art. Then vanished like Superman abandoning the planet. But this was similar to finding land in the Atlantic on the low. what she gonna do? What she gonna do? And everywhere she do, everything she feel. Yeah.
Oh, this is like a cool song for sure. Yo, Lupe a singer? Let's go.
The definition of possession, the state of being completely under the influence of an idea or emotion. Broken open to let the ghost in and go Gagosian with extra low end. Now let's return to the scene. Surreal and sent to chillin', kinda burned at the seams. It seemed that real life had really turned to a dream. But what exactly has she learned from the lane that's from Earth? Or maybe from not. Maybe she just received a curse. Or maybe the plot. Maybe there's something like a birth. Or maybe adopt. Or maybe not a baby at all, as that falls into realms of being intimate. But this feels more significant than that even. In that evening, she really felt a difference in fact speaking, had definitely changed in this design. Cause every time she went to chat, her mouth begat a rhyme. Now I got what you got and these on the song.
Okay. There's definitely like a story to this one that I gotta do my homework on. I feel like the name being called mumble rap though implies something, so.
Everything's a verse, and everything's a line. A lyrical non-stop onslaught of rhymes. The hardcore roughneck bomb drop divine. Sound that is found when the tom tops combine with the bass and the snare and the kick. They fill you with a feeling that just make you wanna spit. Rap a couple bars, move your arms like this. Your hand is a gun and your arm is a clip. Let her rip.
Oh, okay, I get that. Okay, that's
Please tell the best on your list.
Interesting. This song is definitely like making some kind of like jab at. Okay, I guess that. Okay.
No rest for the wit, no recess for the gift. It's like I don't do it for the check or the chip. I protect and predict what the next going to flip. I address then I rip, get respect then I dip. I don't live in the past, I finesse and forget. But don't make me resurrect up in this.
Yo, okay. Okay. I'm definitely gonna have to do my homework on that one. That was kind of crazy, actually. Hold on, let me see. Oh, the song is a dream. Okay, wait. Well, there's okay. There is like okay, gotcha. There's a dream sequence thing involved in this song somehow. Okay, there is a story being told. I don't know the story. I'm gonna have to figure it out though. This is Cake.
I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. This one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. Compliments on my accomplishments are only possible due to your involvement, volume, level, and confidence. A consequence of stimulating your consciousness, activating the cognitive structures. I think all you motherfuckers and opposites still play a vital role in my conquering. The combination of confrontation and pondering. Occupation is populating the conference with conversation. No astonishment, consuming the comments and then vomiting up the Vonnegut. Hey. Ominous as a monster is underneath your posturepedic, possibly in the closet. It's an necropolis, scary how I'm optimistically obstinate. Ain't no domino in my dominance when I'm dropping this. Janis Joplin droplets, it sound like the apocalypse mixed with Christopher Wallace's topics on top of obelisks. It's a kabbalist novelist inside of my esophagus. Rhyme is priming is optimist, and this shit tastes like chocolate cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done. Chocolate cake for dinner, birthday cake for breakfast. Slice it like a ninja. Pick up all the pieces, assemble like Avenger. Authoring is August, wordplay is December. That mean my pen is in cinders and my deliverance shivers like Siberian area shippers. Slip on the slickest icicles, drip from the tip of my scriptures. If you a ship on the trip, don't hit on the tip of my glacier. Swim with the fish and flippers. I finish my pictures. This is what didn't get it, getting hitting the different differs. What did he do with it? Didn't she? Who are you mentioning? Lou would do a dual identity, dueling enemies. Do it to him, chewing through him without doing it dentally. Superhuman fluent without refueling engines with energy. This chemistry can it be? They googling endlessly. Even computers losing memory, bending mentally when they interface with the lyrical.
He's just spitting. I gotta like go back and go revisit this song. I think I understand the theme, but there's still a lot going on with this that I gotta like dissect. Another incredible track though. Worth 3 for 3. This is absolutely one of those albums that gives me that like food and liquor cool vibe. I'm really enjoying this so far. It's also like a short album, so I feel like it's gonna be, you know, it'll be over before you realize it. But it's so good so far. This is Palaces. Okay. Because I still feel like, to a degree, like some of the music that is on this album so far could easily be on like a samurai anime cartoon kind of up, you know?
All alone. Think we're fortresses made of stone. We're just palaces made out of flesh and bone. Waiting for our time to shine, to come on. Lord, please bless my castle of sand. Waiting on a battle sword, handle all in my hand. The war force is mortal with my door with demands. More important than the fortune that you poured in my pan. From freestyling to recording in advance, can you please reinforce all my borders and bands? I should have put it towards some plans. Want a forest, gotta water some plants. Normally ignoring the branch is par for the course, but when you hold a culture, you can't parkour over a part. You gotta march forth over your art and for your fans. When you corner, gotta shorten your stance. Lessen your tails, Philly shell, don't orbit a dance. You hit a bell, then report to the band and do whatever that the chorus commands. And for the grand,
I love this song. This is one of those songs I'll just have on repeat at like night. I'm just here kind of gleaming, playing something, you know. Such a good song. I got chills right now.
Lord, please bless my mansion of cards. If ever challenged, let us camp in the car. Or hang a hammock from a branch in the park. A planet made of uninhabited parts. Being anonymous don't grant you some dark. Even astronomers keep a camera on Mars. Satellites to track where you are and see you black as night, attack it with sparks. Ooh. Fireworks are not a match for a star, and fire hurts, burns, blackens, and scars. Can still emerge, learned, attractive, and charred from out the ashes of galactic barrage. Yeah, it gets savage where they traffic mirage. It ain't no magic day in back of its secret hatches and frauds. You gotta take it back to the start. You gotta tap and learn to rap from the heart. Yeah, yeah. All alone. Think we're fortresses made of
So, oh man,
we're just palaces made
I can't. It's such a vibe, dude. This whole album is such a vibe. I love this album, dude. This is definitely going. I don't really know where the rankings are in terms of the album comparisons, but this one's up there for me.
Yeah, Lord, please bless my palace of bones. My soul call my skeleton home. It's on the phone. Get a receiver back to Tyrone. We made a pact, nigga. I'm going back home. Yeah, pack my bag, stagger back to the zone. With a bag full of daggers I've thrown. I'm like my own masochist, slash my wrist with a poem. And when I'm gone, don't tamper with or sample my songs unless you strong. Bicep emojis in the group chat, 5 sets of burpees, don't disturb me if the booth black. I'm going through it, got a bunch of baggage on my roof rack. I have a lot of habits that produce that. They gon' put they tag on it. My condolences to the fast moments. Hope the solar system assists my slower mission and put some lag on it. Window to my soul peering inside the crib where my spirit resides. Lyrics are die.
Yo, he killed that end.
All that I want
Okay.
is a little
This is
bit
number one
of-
headband. Okay.
And they say that what I want, they say all
Okay.
that I want, that I want, all that I want is a little bop at the top of the top, turn it up. And I say that all that I want is just a little bit of bound, 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 bound. It's the way of the warrior, waiting the waters of water for crystal clear lyrical smears, pisses the ears like Mike's pointed at monitors, receiver fever like a thermometer. We burning, we'll turn it back like thermostats, burning like Mississippi and furnaces and thermoses and gats. Right after brats, right after that, we be coolin', jump back in the poolin'. This the samurai, how you doing? I'ma be the one that you. Yeah, I'ma be the one that you.
Wait, I'm just looking for.
Turn letters to rhetoric, turning feathers to fetish, just dispersing treasure. Like turkeys in the getter, gather round you receptors. Come and look inside of these walls like metal detectors. If they could talk, they would probably say assault. Them it's just my thoughts, goes off, even if it's off, but never caught. How sway, how yay. Trial day, know exactly just what I'll say. When they ask whatever I'll say. No idea, can you approach the bench with no IKEA to build your case? Feeling safe but still escape, or chill in place. Around a bunch of sinners who feeling great, or around a bunch of niggas who innovate. Take real estate, gentrify different sides like Geminis. Energize like the Starship Enterprise. I'ma be the one that you. Yeah, I'ma be the one that you.
Okay. After the song, I'm gonna pause it temporarily to cover something that I'm reading about in the background.
Yokozuna and sumo to try to run in my shoes. Gotta throw your pumas to Pluto. Harati and those Hirachis, only sukas get that judo. How far your soul go, it's so far as soul. Or a solo, it's no show. And anti and social. Turn Gary to Gold Coast, some gold, post some soldier. The toll roads, a toll bro. I'm number one. Put the go in the go hunt, turn go in the Voltron. I'm the number one headband wearer. Walking like I talk it, never false it like Farrah. Headphones on the train, head banging to the snare. I put it in your range, let it wang like Vera. For everyone, stereo feel like steroids to carry heavy shit to pick up what you could barely lift. Now you Larry Wheels, done. To bring it back to the flesh, just flip it over, put it back in the deck. I'ma be the one that
Dude, I'm telling you, this album is so good.
I'ma be the one you.
You can get, I really, okay, like, I can't emphasize it enough. The instrumentals will always, like, really put me in a direction, and then the lyrics will come secondary. But when they both work together super, super well, it's so difficult to not, like, you know how sometimes when you listen to lyrics and you can take the lyrics out and then put it on like another beat and it can sound better or worse. There's some songs that just I don't really. It's kind of hard to do that. Uh, and so far, this album has given me so much like vibes in such a real like jazzy hip hop way, and I'm absolutely in love with it so far. But okay, to kind of cover something that I wanted to just take a peek at here. So essentially, the album was, inspired actually by Amy Winehouse apparently. So it says here that the it supports Single Samurai and Cake with a music video for each one. So inspired by Amy Winehouse, who's named as one of his favorite artists, Fiasco created the concept of her becoming a battle rapper, which is actually fascinating. I really like that he's always coming up with some kind of storytelling thing and using an inspiration of one of his favorite artists as a way to create the album. It's almost like like a dedication to her. So I really appreciate that. So apparently he in April during his Coachella performance announced this album and basically called it Samurai because it's like a means to serve. So he basically identified it as a way of needing to be at service of other people, either in the overall community or at least in the rap community at a large that he's always been part of for such a long time. And I understand that too because like Lupe's always been in the rap game no matter what it boils down to. I think that like he's going down I think in history as like one of the goats. He might not be like in people's like top three, top five. I mean, he's in mine, but I don't. I think that no matter what you say about it, though, like he's always going to go down as somebody who's just here. He's always around, and like he's going to become like the grandfather of rap to a degree. I would say. Um, so I guess as a result, yeah, he pretty much just decided to make this album for the most part with her in mind. So, but also, I guess he wasn't really trying to create like a biography of Amy Winehouse, but because he wouldn't want to like tarnish or rewrite her legacy per se. But he just wanted to use her as like an inspirational story for the album, and I think I understand that now too because some of the songs that are like titled and also versed really like I think relate to her in a way. Like I think there's a lot of references that he's been kind of like poking at that if you go back and listen to it, you'll be like, oh yeah, like I get that. I'm not like a super huge Amy Winehouse fan, although I do miss her music and of course if she was with us it'd be incredible different universe we'd be in. But of course her legacy is something that is also respected and well received. And for him to play a part in being able to to kind of relive the legacy in a way through storytelling, I think is really cool. So
Creation step up, stomp.
this is called Bigfoot.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. We had broken hearts, a phenomenon too. We had love go wild. Yeah, the colored stage, rage covering from begun number to number fades, made comforting out of cumbersome. Lips lift water and bottle on up to them. Front row, the only row. The show sold nothing, then second thoughts spell intimacy as a plus. Plus energy conducts if I truly put my all in. The responsibility feels just like a calling. The rest of the crowd must be stalling before they falling. Or maybe this all them and there's no more autumn. Try not to worry about the walk-ins and focus on the waltzing. If the king of New York actually enters, that'd be awesome. But it's better not to get lost inside in a song talking or outer song thoughts that I have. Or second guessing actions up on stage in case they laugh. These are the times that I wish I had a mask like I'm daft. Waiting on my break with no signatures on my cast. You don't know. Concise creation, step on my one toe. You don't know. Concise creation, step on my
My gosh, I think I'm gonna start crying. Yeah, it's actually such a like.
What does a break take What does it take place often? Is space and time important to have a portion? Is it a safe space to make mates all at once or in installments? Is it a base rate to value their involvement? Is it evolving? Is there a standard to differentiate between the offerings? Or am I just church steps to an orphan and I take whatever they tossing? Or be more like Andre Dawson when they obfuscate the losses, gloss over the cautions, overlook the awful and emphasize the gains, and they underplay the pain. But I never signed up to be a lawyer, I just came to spread the joy of when you sang. But that'd be the same thing that'd destroy you if you don't look over like a voyeur with extra OCD and paranoia. Every single piece in part, a piece for hearts to rest, or rest in peace to art. And normally these things that you would keep inside your head, but you realize you were singing this instead.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's actually that's so joyous to see. It actually does make me so happy to know that, like, this is what it is. Like, I actually respect the concept of this album so much. I have to re-listen to it after now I understand, like, the storytelling.
Entourage, on tour, award show, wardrobe, war for more attention, mortal Toro of the tourist, taunting forces too enormous for a single portrait to successfully record it. Dun, dun, dun. And for the encore, on towards, entourage, on tour, award show, wardrobe, war for more attention, mortal Toro of the tourist, taunting forces too enormous for a single portrait to successfully record it. Dun, dun, dun. We could be more supportive. Dun, dun, dun. If I speak, don't think it's chorus. Dun, dun, dun. Get you hooked just like a chorus. Dun, dun, dun.
Wow, that's. This is called Outside. Oh, the previous song was called Bigfoot. I don't know if I mentioned that. This is Outside.
Post-battle love, daps and hugs, raps can plug up holes in less than holistic souls. Dove off a nudge and throwed off from shoves. However, one got from above to below, or kicking and screaming and drug to the show. Will you entertain not from robbing Nottingham plots, jauntily hip-hopping, hunting, bloody slam drops with diction and calculation? Put up your share of the tontine, plus 1,000 allowance payments. I'll be patient, Cal be tasting like your money in my pocket, mixed with chocolate chips and chopped up chicken and delicious.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, I need to. There was so much in that 40 seconds. This is the first and only song I'm going to replay. Let me get that one more time from the very, very beginning. Hold on. Let me get that one more time. I had chills. I couldn't think about anything else but the chills. Hold on.
Post-battle love, daps and hugs, raps can plug up holes in less than holistic souls. Dove off a nudge and throwed off from shoves. However, one got from above to below, or kicking and screaming and drug to the show. Will you entertain not from robbing Nottingham plots, jauntily hip-hopping, hunting, bloody slam drops with diction and calculation? Put up your share of the tontine, plus 1,000 allowance payments. I'll be patient, Cal be tasting like your money in my pocket, mixed with chocolate chips and chopped up chicken and delicious droplets of mild sauce. That's a wild cost to risk over an opinion. I'll give you a little privacy to mull over your decision. Wait for me outside. I'll be gold.
That was a hard 45 seconds.
Put 'em on hold. I'll be there in a minute. So just wait for me outside.
I actually think I understand why he's singing so much on the
Judging
song.
quality like Australian airport souvenir shops can be a weird op to undertake. A younger cake would avoid it altogether. Like a winter home, escaping fall or weather, but bought a sweater. My business bone is connected to my ethics, and a series of daisy chain preferences that I filter things through, just like a checklist. And a much wiser bride pie with spouses on the top, such as I now happily apply these metrics to the set list. On the surface separates, but in the back of my mind they go together like a necklace. It's like the whack of the rhyme, the more I'm drawn like a Tex Avery baby, to think maybe the genius in it is that it's not really good. Maybe it could be. Would he have only suggesting X and Y and Z and various other advice to him from me to animate the chains to the level of Mr. T and not get his gangster boo like Memphis, Tennessee? Wait for me outside. I'll be gold. Wait for me outside.
This is probably one of the better songs though. Like, whew. The emotion I feel listening to this song is very hard to contain.
Didn't forget about you. That conversation just went longer than I expected. Erecting all kinds of structures to flesh it. Sometimes we send mixed messages like dyslexic texts and get socially indebted via manners to carry on long after what's needed got completed. We're trying to leave, gets competed and repeated until your point is clear or you're joining spears. Sometimes it happens when you're rambling about how your raps is better than theirs, huh? Wait for me outside.
I need this song again. This song is crazy.
For me outside, put 'em on hold. I'll be there in a minute. So just wait for me outside. I'll come when I'm finished.
This song is so it's so much actually. That song is hard. That song is crazy. I need to go listen to that again later on. Final song is called Till Eternity.
And they say, yeah, that's just a half of it, you know what I'm saying? That's just part of the game, and the game, and the game, you know? It's what you gotta do, you know? It is what it is, it is what it is. Yeah, live in the flesh. Beehive survived in a wreck. I carry knives like samurais on a quest that I drive in the chest like it's a ride in the treasure. He lost the game and cried in his checkers. Lost his name and now signs with an X. I just wanna commit crimes in Tibet, turn and say something divine and then climb in a jet. Contrived but correct, besides and direct. During those I tell lies to the left and meditate on the upsides of a yes. P.S. I destroyed everything you tried to protect. 8 o'clock means it's left behind like it died on the trek. Push these pies in the necks and try to swallow dry what you tried to reflect. All of that pride, thumb slide to refresh. Yes, 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 yes. What if we were dancers, yeah, and we didn't have any answers, no. Yes, yes, yes. But life gave us things. It don't really take much to do what needs to be done. We could be, you know what I'm saying? The songs need to be sung. You and me. Rivers need to be swum, and all that. Yeah. Justice brushes go hard in the paint, so we too don't bend like arms and restraints. I wanna learn how to farm, but I can't and cannot. I'd rather move to another planet. I try and pin grace like Ken Shamrock, but it spits in my face like basically a mouth roll. Mouse hole in a household. One thing's thoroughly couched like a slouch goal. Yeah. From which they say he lazily blew horns like Lapis Lazuli on a cow skull. But when things got stunning, he hit the ground running like outsoles. Now how about those outros? In those apocalyptic visions, bowls of rice with chopsticks in them vertically sitting. Thomas over the door with the frying pan of war. Jerry very perturbed like you gotta be kidding me. What if I knew the words for the songs of the birds, and we can understand when they tweet, yeah. We can hear what they see, yeah. You and me, yeah. To eternity, yeah. He who has the black classic mama, dad was the black man Soyama. Karate stands, put hands on the Brahma, do not cook. I remember the boiling pot from which the rock took. And you can either put it down or shot put. That's why I scraped the ground like an ox foot before the charges. I was Bill of Rights from TED Talks, meet the Tods before it all started. But you can't harvest before the hardship. Might scrape the ground like Mike's shoes. Back it up. You might have to hover before the high school, just like I do. Yes, we will go far, smelling like sage smoke, even with those wild stallions way behind our stagecoach. It will behoove you to ask your Doctor Who's while salute to the game that you're used to, yeah, yeah, yeah. What if we were dancers, yeah, and we didn't have any answers, no. But life gave us eternity. Yeah.
Wow. That was insane. And it's crazy because like it's such a compact album, but like there's so much going on with it that it just you really can't it's just so much actually. Um like there's no doubt to him fulfilling the purpose that he put into the album. Like there's just no way. So the fact that it's like we're so well fed throughout the entire album, you know? Like it's just the whole album is just so it's just so good. Like I just feel like this also didn't even seem like a heavy album for in terms of like create like production thought process. He just kind of like put it all together, told a story, and but the thing is like even to do that and tell the story as good as it is, it's impressive because I don't know how much time was put into this per se, like work wise, but if I had to take a guess at it, I would say like it didn't take that much time at all. But I don't want to say that and make it seem like it doesn't take credibility to it because this is easily still one of my favorite albums. I absolutely like love this. This is easily one of like the best albums I've heard in terms of rap music in a really good while. And I think for me personally, I just really like that it tells such a story. I know before we started off with like the whole like anime samurai shampoo vibes because like samurai album, but the fact that it's actually more of like an ode to like Amy Winehouse is actually like is very fascinating because the turning her into a battle rapper by concept, it's gonna make you want to go listen to her previous music and discography. And like I don't know her life to a degree. I know that her life was very troubling because she went through like a lot. um but I feel like that still ties a part into this piece of work. So for me, like I never really had um like a reason to go back into the histories of like her life as well as his, because to me this album for Lupe feels extremely personal. And I think that's why it's like it's not an album that, for it being like just under 31 minutes, you got to really go back and listen to it. I don't know like how personal it is in relations to his other albums like discography wise, but this album is I think that it says a lot to me, honestly. So it's really something that you need to listen to again and again and again, like just without question. um if I had to like numerically put a rating out there, sort of, I can't think of a song on this album that I like disliked. I'm almost willing to give it I want to give it like a 9.5. The reason for the point 0.5 thing is because um this is me being like really greedy. That beat at the end of Palaces was like super hard. I was hoping it would bleed into Headband, or I would have I you know what would actually like fix this is if you just make like a deluxe edition and give me the instrumentals for the entire album. 10 out of 10 album. That's genuinely like the only thing. Otherwise though, like this album is amazing. Absolutely incredible. Could it have been a little bit longer? Well, I mean, I would have liked it to be like I like dense albums. I like when there's like a 15 track, it's like 50 minutes long sort of thing. So, however, for it to be like a compact 31-minute album with 8 tracks, there's no I can listen to that track on the whole album on repeat. Like I just can. It's not difficult. It's such a good album. So shout out to Lupe, man. Lupe's he's top 5 in my heart since 2006. I've never ever doubted his music like a day in my life. I've always been in love with his work. So, and I know that people feel that way too, to like a super high degree. Food and Liquor will always go down in my heart as like, the the album and the year that just kind of like sent hip hop through such a way that, it's kind of hard to compare to, but either way though, here we are almost 20 years later. That's crazy. But I'm absolutely in love with this album. I'm gonna go back and listen to it again. So thank you all for listening with me. Really hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, please go support this album. This album is so incredible. Absolutely love this album. It goes up there along with Tetsuo and Youth, Food Liquor the Cool, everything. So please do go check it out. Thank you all for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one.